Hey, Singers from the Rebels here with an achievement walkthrough for Chinatown Detective Agency. The game is developed by General Interactive, published by Humble Games. It's $24.99 in the store, but on Game Pass, it's available until March 31st, 2023. I'm recording this on March 22nd, so you got about 10 days after this recording releases that you can play on Game Pass. But as you can see, the video length is about 2 hours and 40 minutes. I edited out some parts, so it's gonna take like 3 hours for the full playthrough. If you're following this video without stopping, you make no mistakes. But even with mistakes, I was able to finish this in about 5 hours, so should not be a problem to complete this game before it leaves Game Pass. All right. I really enjoyed the game, and I got a lot of help from Jamie Reloaded 23, who went through the trouble of playing the game through first, and he gave me all the tips and hints to make my playthrough much less painful. And I'm passing that on to you guys, okay? It's been a very long time since I did a voiceover for a video that's this long. I usually just do a voiceover for like 3-minute 5-minute games, or I don't do voiceover at all these days. But let's go. Right. For the most part, I'm gonna be smashing through the dialogues, and a lot of the stuff you don't have to worry about choices. Many times you're gonna pick the first choice anyway, so you don't even see the choices on my video. If you want to enjoy the story, go ahead, take it slower, but you don't have to. Okay. If you just want to get this done quick in like 2.5 hours, 3 hours, follow my video, mash through all the dialogues, everything, okay? All right, we're gonna press RB to open up the map, and we're gonna go to Botanic Gardens. Some dialogue happens, and we're gonna go to Swan Lake. I pressed X there, but you don't have to. Press A to go to Swan Lake, and this memory game comes up. The memory game is random, so it's going to be different from your video, but you just pick a couple of items, and then you keep choosing until all the matches are made up. If you make too many mistakes, it's going to reset. It's going to cost you $300, so if you don't want to fail this game, it's pretty easy, so it should be okay. All right. If you think you might fail, I would suggest like using your phone to take a picture so that you know where all the symbols are. After you pass the memory game and you hack the access, you're gonna get to this area and you're gonna meet someone and mash through the dialogue. Rupert is one of the clients that you're gonna be working for later. So just mash through this and then check out the tree. Tells you about, this is a tutorial mission, so it tells you about some stuff. Okay, press A to check out the tree, and we're going to open up the map, RB, and then go to the civic district. If you're lost at any point, the mission log in the bottom right side there tells you like where to go and all that stuff, so you should never be lost in this game. Okay, go to the library and walk all the way right until you get to this thing with the yellow exclamation mark. Press A on it, and then it's gonna be like, this is the machine that you use to find stuff in the library. So what we're going to input is, we're going to open up the keyboard by pressing the X button, and then we're going to enter Herodotus, H-E-R-O, I make a typo here, but don't, R-O-D-O, not F, D-O-T-U-S. Okay, and then close the keyboard with the X button, and then submit with the A button. This will search for the book that you need, and it'll tell you it's in the basement. Okay. So go right towards the basement area, and we're gonna meet the librarian, Mei Ting. Okay, keep walking right, and this part will happen automatically. She will come to meet you, and you will talk. There is an achievement in the game for not getting hints from Meiting, so you don't want to visit this area and talking to Meiting for the hint on where to go next. And you also don't want to call Meiting. This is the only part that you visit this area and talk to this girl to get the hint for the next section. Okay, this doesn't count. You'll meet her one more time shortly, but this is the only case that you are allowed to talk to Meiting. Otherwise, you'll fail that achievement, and that achievement goes from beginning of the game to the end of the game. So it'll take you like 2.5 hours if you ever make a mistake like that. Okay. All right. After you're done talking to her, she gives you some information that like who borrowed this book last and something like that. So you're gonna go find this person. Open up the map and go to. I'm watching my own video as I talk, so excuse me sometimes when it's a little bit slow. We're gonna go to the bed up area. Okay. When you arrive there, we're gonna go to block 42 if my memory serves correctly. It should be available soon. We got a call from Rupert, so just mash through the dialogues and then go to block 42. We're gonna have this memory game again. We're gonna break in by hacking this lock. Once again, this is random, but it's pretty easy. But if you can remember the symbols, consider using like a phone camera to make it even easier. But with only 12 symbols, it's pretty easy. So up to you how you solve this. And once again, if you make a mistake and you have to restart, it's gonna cost you some money, and you do need the money for like paying rent and traveling and stuff like that. You do get a lot of money, but it's whatever. After you're done hacking, toggle the switch right in front of the door that turns on the light, and we're gonna go to the computer and check it out. Okay. There's this email that got the info you need, but it's in code. It's like 1447 whatever. And so we're gonna bring it back to the librarian at the Civic District National Library to help with solving this key. Okay, enter the National Library. We're gonna go right, and this happens automatically again. She meets us in the first floor instead. You don't have to go down to the basement this time. Just keep pressing A, and we'll solve this. Okay, normally you're gonna have to work through some stuff, search the internet, or like try to solve the code yourself, but I'll give you the solution right now. LUDS T. Just watch the video, it's there. O and Lutztown. Lutztown is London, so we're gonna be traveling there soon. And this gives you the day and time. So Wednesday, it's Sunday right now. Wednesday at 6:40, I think it was 6:40. Yeah. 6:40. And that's the solution. So we have where to go, we know the day, we know the time. So we're gonna go there, intercept this, and we're gonna solve the case. Okay, we got all the info we need, so let's go. Okay, to fly, what we need to do is press RB to open the bottom panel and then choose Horus, which is the appointment flight booking system in the game. We're in Singapore right now. We're gonna choose London because that's what the code says. And then we'll search the flight list. if the time on the left side is like very late, maybe like 10 p.m., you might want to change the departure date to tomorrow. But right now we can hop on this one. It's at 4 p.m. right now. There's a flight leaving at 10:25. Okay, so book that. It costs $550. So that's why I say you need some money at the beginning. Now go to map and then to Changi Airport. That's the Singapore's airport. Okay, the flight leaves at 10:20. It's 4:30 right now, so we're gonna use the wait feature, and then you can only board flight 3 hours before. So 7:20 is earliest you can board. So let's like fast forward to like 8:20, 9:20. You can board like even with 10 minutes left. Okay. So don't worry too much about this. And if you waited too shortly, you can wait again. If you do miss the flight, I've never missed it, but I guess you can just book another one. All right, once we've arrived, it's not the time yet, but we're there anyway. So we're gonna go to the Canary Wharf apartment, and then this apartment is where we're gonna find some people.
Thanks.
I should be mashing faster, but
I've been sent up.
I didn't know. Like I didn't know about some parts,
Looks
so
like the diplomatic.
I'm like trying to figure this out. So sometimes it's a little bit slow.
What are you
So we're
doing,
gonna
Philip?
shoot this person in the wrist. Make sure you shoot on the wrist. If you kill the girl or kill the guy, that's a fail. Okay, so you gotta shoot in the wrist to disable him. And there's gonna be one more point where we're gonna shoot someone. We're also gonna shoot that person in the wrist. This is very important. If you shoot in the head or like as much as you want to, or in the heart or something, then sometimes it's a game over, and there's no saving during the cases. So if you mess up, you're gonna have to restart the whole case, and then sometimes means like 10 minutes of game time or whatever. So the game auto saves after every case, and that's the only time it saves. And after the third case is done, you have the option to manually save at the beginning of the case. If you started a case, you cannot save anymore. Okay, we're gonna meet our second client, Tiger Lily. So the introduction sequence, we get to meet three people: Rupert, Tiger Lily, and Kieran Arvey. I don't know how to say the name, but Kieran. We're gonna meet three people, okay? And after that, we have to decide who we're gonna work with, and there's an achievement associated with that. But let's get the Tiger Lily case. I'm gonna like talk about mechanism of the game and stuff in between. So all right, we're gonna use Horus. We're gonna go to Istanbul. I actually made some mistakes in this case that cost some time and money, but in the end, there's an achievement for flying 30 times and flying to 12 different cities. So we're gonna have to do it anyway. It doesn't really matter. And we're gonna be like kind of swimming in money. We're gonna have like $30,000 by the end of case 3 or 4. So should be no problem. And let's go. We are going to Istanbul. The method is same. You use the Horus to book a flight. Actual flight you book or the timing may be slightly different on your game, so adjust as needed. But I told you the concept. You book a flight that's in the future. You go to the airport, and then you wait until 3 hours before the flight, and then you board. Okay. Once you arrive at Istanbul, go to the museum and you return the stamp. This guy asks for additional information, so we're gonna input Beirut, B-E-I-R-U-T, and submit that, and that's it. You're done with this part of the case. So again, we're gonna go back to Singapore, back to our office. So the same way, Porus, Singapore, book the flight, and you're already in the airport area. All the other cities, they don't have like a lot of areas. Only the Singapore has many different places to go. So you just stay in the airport area and other things, other places to go appears. So this time actually it was there was a flight that was very close that's leaving, so I didn't have to wait at all. And then we arrive in Singapore's Changi Airport. Go to map. We're gonna go to Chinatown, and then to the office. Okay, once you arrive back at the office, there's gonna be email on your computer. It's gonna tell you that there is with the yellow exclamation mark. So check that. Thank you. This is from the Istanbul. Close the email. You're done. Close the computer's inbox, and we're gonna get a message from Tiger Lily. I was mashing A too quick and the computer opened up again. We don't have to check the computer. Now we're going to go to the Geylang. This is where Tiger Lily has her health center, the gym. So we're gonna go there, Tiger Lily's. And she's got more stamps.
Miss Dark Lily, it's welcome this pleasure.
I think the story of the game and it's pretty cool. So I actually, even though I'm mashing through to get the fastest walkthrough possible, I actually urge you to check out the story and listen. But up to you how you play. I don't judge, and I was worried about not finishing the game before it leaves Game Pass because on True Achievement it says this is a 10 to 12 hour game. So I was trying to get through the cases very quickly and I didn't really get the full story myself. So yeah, I'm not gonna be like, hey, you're not enjoying your game if you are not reading the story or whatever like that. So, however you enjoy it, if you're playing a game just to get the 1,000 gamer score, that's fine. If you're cheating or whatever to get it, that's fine. I only judge in the case of like using achievement unlockers. This is the part that I said I kind of messed up. You don't actually have to go to most of these places. I went to what was it? This is Shanghai, I think. I went to Shanghai. This is the only place that has a museum. It actually gives you like 3 different leads. And so I went to Shanghai first, and then I went to Hong Kong, and then Chengdu. In the end, as you can see, you have $16,000 for travels and everything. And so in the end, it all worked out because I have to visit 12 different cities anyway and 30 flights, which I do in a little bit. But yeah, there's no museum, not even a museum here. And then we're gonna go to Chengdu. Again, there's no museum there. Actually, where I needed to go was a totally different place. Okay. All right, we arrived there, and again, no museum. The flights and stuff that I do after I finish mission 3 and I have ability to make a manual save, that part is up to you. I'm going to remind you again, you can skip like 10 minutes of the video if you want at that point, because you'll be flying more and you may actually have less flights and less cities at the end of the game, towards the end. Like if you decide to do this at the final mission of the game, for example, and you can if you want. This is totally up to you, and I will talk about it at that point. Okay, so we're going to Athens, and this is where we needed to go. There is a museum here that we're going to visit. And that's it. We actually needed to only visit the museum, and we don't really have to do anything else. They don't even ask the information like they did at that other museum. So, okay, let's go back. Singapore. Okay, search for a flight. There's one very close. As I said, normally in real life you can't do this. You can't book a flight like 30 minutes and get on the plane. That's not possible in these days. But the date, as you can see, is 2037. So maybe 14 years from now, this is a possibility. But right now, as you know, if you try to do that, you're never gonna get through security. You're never gonna get a ticket. You're never gonna be able to go to flight. Okay. But anyways, go to the office in Chinatown and check your email. So a couple of emails here. The flights that I made to various places, I urge you to do the same right now because it gives you practice on how to take flights, and also it takes a couple of cities that you need to go anyway. You may be able to just go to Athens, but I think it's better if you do follow the video for this tutorial part. Okay, we're gonna get this message, and this is actually an unskippable cutscene. There's nothing you can do. You cannot choose the message that you wanna send as a reply. You cannot type your reply. This is just something that's happening, and you have to wait until it's over. And it's kind of, so you see this message, and then the Dharma starts typing the message and sends. She starts typing this. I think this is very realistic, like, because I do this a lot too. I start typing something and I think, oh, doesn't sound professional. I'm gonna try this again. I remove everything, type again. I don't like it. I type again. Especially in like a business email or something, I do this a lot. So it's funny how she does that. Plays into like the real psyche, and so that's cool. Right, anyway, once this scene is done, like we get the where to meet, Civic District, St. Andrews Road bus stop at 11 p.m. By the way, all of these are actual locations in Singapore, so they exist, and I've been to like the National Library myself. A pretty cool place. But of course, other than the locations, like everything else is fictional. Okay. Boy, 2037, we're still riding the subway. Okay. Alright, bus stop is where we're gonna meet. It's actually 4 a.m., but the time jumps to 11 p.m. So sometimes you have to actually wait until the time. Sometimes the time jumps. It's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Inconsistent. Yeah, kind of inconsistent in this game. So, yeah. Okay. Turns out there's been a murder, and we don't know who this person is. We were gonna meet Dr. Pan, but he's not here, obviously, because of this murder. Okay, we're back to the office, and we get a call from Justin.
That's. I hope you. I got it. Don't. I'll see you. Just do.
Okay, we also again mash through that dialogue, and there's an invitation to crystal ball from Annie. Okay, this part tells you sometimes you have to be somewhere at the right time, right place, and if you don't follow that, maybe you fail the mission. Okay, so I think the time that we were given was like 6 p.m. at some place. So actually, only waited 12 hours when I should have waited 17 hours. So I'm gonna spend time until 5 p.m. or so, and then we're gonna go there. Bukit Hima. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this right. If you are from Singapore or something, let me know. I've been there, but I don't know the pronunciation. Okay. We can enter the mansion courtyard at around 6-ish. Like if it's not at the right time, we cannot enter this area. Once we are there, we're gonna walk right. And I talked to a bunch of people here, but I'm not sure if that's actually needed. You can see like some weird interaction on my screen there. But what's going on is I'm walking right, I'm checking stuff, and because I'm not sure what to do. But I'm talking to everybody here. I'm just talking. I'm pressing X to highlight everyone that I can actually talk to. There's some dialogue choices that I just choose the first one every time, so I'm just mashing A, and I think you might get away with just talking to that girl, Leticia Marlowe, but I am not sure because she's the only one that triggered that event. Talk to the bartender.
It is not just in all other. There was
Yeah, and then I'm talking to Leticia again, and I talked the longest, so it's quite possible that you only need to talk to her, but I did talk to everyone. So I talked to this girl, Salsim, and then the case thing flashes. So not sure. Yeah, as I said, the tutorial, I'm still trying to get to understand the game, and sometimes I'm making some mistakes, and I urge you to follow as closely as possible rather than trying to like take some shortcuts, because I cannot guarantee that they work, and also that you may not be able to get the full completion if you take some shortcuts. I don't think it'll block you, but I can't guarantee it, is what I'm saying. Go into the study and we're going to hack the computer. Normally you're going to have to do some like internet searches or whatever to find the right answer, but we already know, which is Changjiang. Changjiang is the Yellow River. I think we call it Yangtze in English. But yeah, Changjiang is the Hong Kong version, I believe. And so we hacked the computer. We got all the info we need. We're gonna go back to our office. This happens automatically. We don't have to take the subway.
Of course. Sounds
And Justin and Kieran comes. I mentioned Kieran as the
I'll be sure to drop by.
third person that we can work with.
So, what do you
Okay, so
they
I don't.
I was
bunch of dialogues again. We're gonna mash through.
And I heard
Let me sleep.
Hey. We're almost done with the third case, and we're gonna get the first achievement of the game.
What?
The achievements are kind of sparse in this game, but there you go, down the rabbit hole. The first three cases, the missions, you don't have a choice. You begin the first case and you end at this case. So, but here is where the game splits up. You have the choice between Rupert, Tiger Lily, and Kieran, and there is an achievement associated with this choice. So what we're going to do is, I mentioned that you have the ability to manually save from this point on. After this cutscene is over, we're gonna get the control of our character back and the case is going to close. At that point, we'll make a manual save. Then we'll start with Rupert, do his 4 cases, which will give us 2 achievements, one for choosing Rupert and one for finishing Rupert's cases. After that, we're gonna load the save. We're gonna choose Tiger Lily and do the same. Do all 4 of her cases. That will give you 2 achievements. One for choosing Tiger Lily, one for finishing Tiger Lily's cases. Finally, we're gonna load for the 3rd time. And then we will choose Kieran. With Kieran, we'll go through to the end of the game, but we'll be making one more save at the very last mission. Actually, we have autosave, so we don't really have to make the save, but we will make a manual save just to be safe at that point. Also, at this point, we are introduced to the concept of paying the bill for the rent of the office. We actually do it only 3 times in the game because I go through the game so quickly. But here, we're going to pay the bill first. Okay, I check the mission log there. I mentioned about the mission logs before, so you can actually, yeah, I don't pay the bill first. I'm gonna do the save. So here you go. This is how you save the game. I made the save, and then resume game. Check the computer. It's gonna have an email about paying the bill. What the hell am I doing? Oh, okay. Sorry. This is the part I talked about. I'm gonna fly to a bunch of different cities, and once the 12 different cities unlock, I'm gonna fly from Athens to Boston and then back and forth for 30 flights until the achievements unlock for 12 different cities and the 30 different flights. The reason I decided to do it here, as I mentioned, you can do this at the end of the final mission, towards the end of the game, and on the final mission, because on the final mission, by that time you have flown a lot, you have done a lot of city visiting, because you have to do it for the course of the story, and you may actually unlock those achievements without having to do this here, but I didn't know that, so I did it here. But up to you. You can skip the video about 10 minutes from here and do it later, or you can get it out of the way right now like I did here. It takes about 10 minutes. I didn't edit anything out. This is real time here, so completely up to you. I'm actually gonna cut the commentary right here, take a little bit of break. I've been talking for 30 minutes straight, so I'm gonna take a little bit of break. I'm also gonna skip ahead about 10 minutes. I'm gonna join you back after the 30 different flights has unlocked. Alright, this should be our 30th trip and we have the frequent flyer achievement. So if you decided to do this achievement and get it out of the way here, welcome back. If you are wanting to do it later, you can do it later. I'm loading the game so I can get my money back. I found that you don't really need all that much money because I'm giving you like a very precise, very fast walkthrough here. But you know, let's do it. Okay, check the computer and we got a mail for rent and utilities bill. So let's pay that. Press A to pay. And then close out the inbox. Let's get on with the next case. Okay, for that, we're gonna call someone, which is gonna be Rupert. So as I mentioned, we have 3 different clients that we can work for, and we're gonna do Rupert first, load the save, do Lily, and then load the save, and then do Kieran. We're gonna do it in that order, and each of them have 4 different cases. So this is the split point, and the achievement require you to get all the cases done. So all 12 cases. So if you are not using save points, then that means you're gonna have to play the first 3 case again. That's another 30 minutes. So, but it's the same every time. So why bother, right? Okay, so we're gonna go to Boogies and the White Mare. This is where we're gonna find Rupert sitting over there. So walk over to Rupert by going all the way left to that table and then select A to talk to him. I am going to continue to mash through all the dialogues. The dialogue choices does not matter. There will be a point at towards the end of the game that dialogue points do matter, and I will let you know. One mistake in the dialogue could mean you're having to reload the game. So it's important to pay attention to that kind of things. And there is a one point where if you are mashing A, that the game might soft lock. So I will point those places out. This is the reason I'm doing a voice commentary. So please don't play without a voice commentary and then say, "Oh, I fucked because I follow your walkthrough." Okay, I'm giving you plenty of warnings here. Okay, so go back to your Chinatown office and then check your inbox for an email, and then go to map, civic district. I think I'm going to civic district. Yeah, there you go. And we'll go to National Gallery. I believe the gallery is closed at this point, so we're going to wait a little bit. It opens at 8 a.m. It's 6 a.m. right now, so we're going to wait a couple of hours. This will happen. It might be a different time in your game, so it might already be open or whatever. Adjust as needed. Okay, when you get here, we're gonna walk right. Just keep walking, and then check out that big painting in the middle. But what we need to do is we gotta stand here until some point. And we didn't actually have to get out, but I did. I have the timing is at, I believe, like 7 p.m. or something. So I'm waiting, but it's 7 p.m. tomorrow, so I gotta wait another 24 hours here actually. But once you are at the right time, at right date, 7 p.m., just stand under it and wait until it passes 7 p.m. and you'll get a call from Rupert or Justin. I don't remember who we get a call for, but we get a call. It happens automatically if you're standing here at 7 p.m. on tomorrow of the email. So depending on when you get the email, it's tomorrow 7 p.m. so it's 24 hours. I didn't show that on the video here, but I waited 24 hours. Okay, we should get the call anytime here. There we go. No caller ID, so I don't know who this is yet. We'll meet this person soon enough. He says to meet at a bus stop somewhere, so let's go there. Go to the map and then go to Chinatown. And now there's a bus stop that you can check out where you can meet this person. Okay, bus stop. Walk right and then talk to the person, the third person, I think, the one that's sitting down. Yeah, I didn't know who, like, who's Charlene, for example. So I was talking to everybody. I tried to cut out as much of the mistakes that I made. So there are jumps in the video. Sorry for that. And there are edits that, like, I don't show, like, waiting 24 hours and stuff like that. But I think it's still easy to follow along. Especially like the timing and the flights and stuff like that. It's different for everyone. So okay, one case down. We got 3 more to go with Rupert. Okay, we're gonna call Rupert again to continue our conversation. And this means we have chosen to work full-time for Rupert, and it locks out Tiger Lily and Karen as choices anymore. But we get an achievement. Okay, great. Now we will start the second case by calling this person 4553-5229. Okay, 4553-5229, and press the call button. And we'll talk to this person and we will continue this quest. Okay, there you go. Volontà la libertate. Don't know what it means. Libertate probably means liberty, I guess. Volonta maybe to live. Maybe, I don't know. If you know what the meaning, please let me know. We're going to the boogies. Open up the map, go there. I think it's boogies. And then we'll go to White Mare again. This time you don't have to walk to Rupert. The conversation just happens. Okay, we'll sit down and wait a little bit. Waiting. Take your time, guy. Alright, there we go. We are sitting down talking. We're mashing A. Continue. Sergey. What's up, Sergey? Kuznetsov. Alright, just keep mashing A. And eventually the conversation will end. We'll have the mission. What we gotta do. Get up. And let's go. Open up the map. Go to Payun. Go there. And to Temasek University. And it's open only from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. So we'll wait the approximate amount of time. By the way, I never go back to the office and go to sleep or go to your apartment or anything. I just sleep on the street, or I never sleep. I don't know. So sometimes I make like 48 hours. This girl is a machine, possibly a Terminator. Okay. Anyway, go to that thing in the middle. That is the Divine Comedy. Yeah. Look at it. Okay, we're gonna steal this thing. So how are we gonna do that? We're gonna install a camera on the shelf. So, and then get out of there. Okay. Go back to your office in Chinatown, and we'll wait a little bit until nighttime so we can kind of figure out what the security is, and then we'll sneak in and steal the book itself. Okay, there we go. So we got a call from Sergey. He's got some info. He got shit figured out. He got the monitor hooked up and everything. We're gonna wait a little bit I think he said to like wait 1 day to get info, and then it's gonna tell you to sneak in after midnight, after the guards are gone and stuff. So we're gonna call Sergey for update.
You beat me to it.
Put me.
It's right.
Okay, there you go. We got the info.
Here's the get all.
So we're ready to sneak in and get the book. But we need to wait until nighttime after the university is closed. Get a call from Charlene here. All of this is scripted sequence. You don't have to do anything. Again, from Rupert.
We're at.
What's
I'm one.
of that?
They want
Well, I mean, Steve.
Rupert.
Sorry, if you're well, I think you ought to be.
There you go. Now we got control back. We're gonna wait until midnight. Actually, wait until about 11 p.m. This next puzzle coming up, I was super confused. And because the answers guide that I was following had them in a different order, I don't know if it's because they wrote it down wrong or if it's because the order changes randomly. So I'm gonna give you the warning here that if you get a different keyword, go back and forth on my video and choose the correct book. Okay, but I show you the word I got and in the order that I got in. So right after midnight, I sneak in and I'm at the campus. We're gonna go all the way right to the rightmost shelf and we're gonna pull some books out. And that's how you disable the security and open up the Divine Comedy. 5 switches. Let's go. So we're gonna start from switch 1 to 5. If you make a mistake, 3 mistakes, then you're dead. So you have to be very careful here. For example, I got the clue Parfaion here, and I chose the 2 books down, and I got Jubal here. And in the guide I was following, it said to pick Shaname, which is not for Jubal. It was a different book, so I was very confused. And I kept choosing that, and it didn't work. So actually, for Jubal keyword, what you have to pick is, I'm taking my time because I was confused here, is that second to the last book on the left side, Stranger in a Strange Land. And for Miao Yu, we're going to be picking. How to solve this puzzle, by the way, is that is the character name of the book. So like Dream of Red Chamber, and then I got the Shaname for that. Deep Diver, we gotta choose the third book from the left side. Okay, I picked it too fast, so I couldn't actually say it out the book. Sorry. But how you solve is you look up the name of the character on Google or whatever search engine you're using, and the main character's name is the name of the book you want to choose. So if you want to solve it yourself, that's how you do it. If you get a different order or whatever, please go back and forth on my video and select the right one. And sorry that I was picking them too quickly. You can slow down the video a little bit to see which choices I made. But anyway, once that's done, you've stolen the book, you come back to your office
Hi, Rupert.
Are you? Well,
in Chinatown and you report success.
Call me soon. Let me
And
know
I
how it
believe
goes.
that is case closed. Okay. So there's 2 down. We got 2 more to go for Rupert. Okay, to start the next mission, call Sergey.
Sergey. It's.
Okay. White, bring.
I'll be there.
And that starts a garden of earthly delight.
Calm sea, blue sky. Let's
To be fair, many of these missions, you have to do solve stuff and work things out, so it should take much longer. But I'm giving you the answer, so it's much faster. Go to Boogie's White Mare. And again, you don't have to do anything. It's just it starts. Or do I have to walk there? Yeah, I gotta walk to the left. Sorry about that. Yeah, I gotta walk to the left, and then we'll start the conversation here.
Good evening.
And again, just keep pushing A until the conversation is over.
There is no great.
No, I don't shut. And
It seems I wouldn't.
shut all this. Please.
So you and what? But
I'll catch you. When's it?
a few days from now.
That
Painting. Don't you?
leather.
Who would?
So black.
Sir, get in.
Sounds I'm in.
Of course.
Alright, still going. There's a lot of dialogue in this game. They're all like voice too, so it's really nice. So you automatically come back to the office and talk to Rupert. Next, we're gonna open up the map and go to Kalang. These are not locations that I'm familiar with, even though I've been to Singapore before, so can be a little bit difficult. Go to Dr. Kwa's place or something. You go in there. It's the only place you can go in Kalang. So go there, and then let's go right a little bit. You don't have to examine that one. We'll open up these panels, and then we'll use up and down to match what I show on screen. Okay, you might want to pause the video to get the right picture, and then use the center thing, and then we'll do the same with the center and the right pieces. After setting it, you have to use the thing in the center. Okay, there you go. Sometimes it's very hard to get the cursor on the right place. I guess it would be easier if I was playing with the mouse or something, but with the controller, it can be a little bit difficult. There you go. We set that, and then that's it. It's done. All three are set, and it opens up this place. I go left, examining everything, but actually I think you only need to go all the way to the left and pick up the data shard. But I wasn't sure. I thought, yeah, I didn't want to leave it to chance. I only tried it this way. So I left this part in the video. I didn't cut it out. But anyway, so some sex master thing. I don't know what's going on here. So data shard. This concludes this part of the mission. So I think this is all you need to do. Like if you don't care about any of those other stuff. So try it. If it works, let me know in the comments. If that's all you need, then that's all you need. Okay. For some reason, you cannot be out of this area, so walk all the way to the right and press A to get out. You also don't have access to the map or anything. Once you get out, instead of going back to the area, the laboratory area, you are in the office already. So open up the phone. By the way, opening up the phone is LB. I never explained it, but it should be. It's explained in the controls, so you should know. But anyway, I'm gonna just say it here. Okay. Open it up and call Sergey, I think, to finish up the case. Okay, onto the final Rupert case. Okay, it's basically going straight from the previous one. So we're gonna call Ari.
Ari, Charlene, you book your house easy. Drink some.
Okay, starts the case, Sale of the Century. Alright, we will fly to Hong Kong. Okay, once again, I'm not going to explain how to book a flight or anything anymore. So you book the nearest flight from the time you have and make sure you have enough time to actually get to the airport. It takes a few minutes. And then board the flight by waiting until 3 hours before the flight. Okay, if you've done the 30 flights, you know how this works so very well. Even if you didn't, you already flew several times for the other mission already, so I think you should know pretty well how to do that. Okay, once you arrive, the next part is just starts automatic. It starts you go into this auction sequence, and I was a little bit confused what is the trigger to move the story along, but it may be just time, like if you may just have to wait, maybe something else. But I kind of walk around, try to talk to the waiter, try to talk to the auctioneer, and eventually the case mission log updated and asking me to check for where the elevator, like the elevator security room is, control room, elevator control room, where that is. And so I go looking for it, which is out of this area. Yeah, I'm just kind of walking around talking to people, and I get a call from Ari again. And I think it really may be just that you gotta be at like, you gotta wait here for like 20 minutes or whatever. Okay, so I'm still walking around because I didn't get any updates on the mission log, and eventually I do. So I'm going out. So if you cannot do this part for some reason, it's because you didn't get the mission log update for checking for the elevator control room, which is in this room. So you go out of the auction place and you go to the bottom left door. You get a call from Sergey, and I think we need to crack this door. We need to hack this door. Oh, Sergey hacked it for us. Okay, cool. So we're in, and we're going to mess up the elevator by using this control. Okay, how do you do that? We gotta pick the right pictures. Okay, rightmost for Klimt. Rockwell is center, and Monk is left. Botticelli is left again, and Caravaggio is the right. Okay, I don't think this is random, so you should be able to get it right on first try by choosing the same choices. And this jams the elevator and moves the story along. I think also again this time, the game is expecting you to Google the artist and find his like famous picture or style to match on that on the game screen. But yeah, and that'll also take some time, so that's why it takes some time. Okay. You just walk around a little bit and talk to the auctioneer, and I think again it's time based. It ends the case here by talking to this guy, Charles Kwa. You may have to just walk out and talk to him. Either way, we'll eventually finish this case by talking to this person, and then Ari. Will return home 2 days later. There you go. We get a call from Rupert, and we are pretty much done here. Okay, we get the achievement Thieves in the Night, and we finished all of Rupert's cases. So, as promised, we're going to open up the main menu and then load the game. go down and it should be there. Yeah, there you go. We're going to load game, and then we will call Tiger Lily to continue with this next set of quests. Okay, Tiger Lily.
Okay.
Right. Remember Tiger Lily's the gym? Yeah, we're gonna go there. Maybe it's in Geylang. Yeah, we'll go to Geylang and then we'll go to Tiger Lily's place and talk to her, and this begins her quest line. Alright, let's continue, and this is we're meeting with Tiger Lily at her gym. We call it a gym, but I don't know. It's actually not a gym. I've been calling it a gym by mistake. I think this is more like a healing, like spa kind of place. Yeah, I saw a health center, and in Korea, actually, you call gyms a health장, which is exactly like it's health place basically, which is a little bit different from a health center, like that kind of stuff that you find in other countries. So I guess I was kind of mixing Korean with English, basically there. Okay, so follow Tiger Lily to the temple and just keep following her. We're gonna talk to this person here.
Hello. And welcome.
After we talk to this person, we're gonna walk to the office there, Caleb's office. And there's gonna be a bunch of dialogues. So just keep going. Still, the choice doesn't matter, so just keep going, keep going, keep going. And just keep pressing A. Whenever there's a choice, we're gonna choose the default. And that's it. Until we actually finish Karen's case and decide to move on, there's nowhere that the choice matters. So don't worry about missing anything, just keep pressing A. Sometimes if you continue to mash A, you're gonna pick something else, but that's okay. Go there and they picks up all the three stuff, and this quest is to return the three to the right places. And normally you gotta research, you gotta do other stuff to figure this out, but these are the answers. So we're gonna go to Cairo first. The order doesn't matter, you can go in any order, but we'll do it this way. Cairo. We're gonna go to Changi Airport. We're gonna do the usual stuff. Wait a little bit, get on the flight, and then in Cairo there's gonna be not board flight, but I think that's museum. So go to the museum, return the artifact, whatever it is that we're gonna return, and then we're gonna go to the next place, do the same thing. We're gonna go to the next place, do the same thing, and then call Tiger Lily and say, hey, we returned everything, we're good. All done, and that's the end of the mission. Yeah, there's that history museum there, and return it back there, and that's first one done. Yeah, I forget which one I'm returning. There's statuette and a dagger and something else. Yeah, next we'll book another flight on Horus to. Where are we going? We're going to New Delhi. Alright, I'm searching for the next day because actually I think that I opened that by mistake. Yeah, I searched for the current day. Alright, so we're gonna fly to New Delhi here, and then we'll go to the museum again. And that's 2 down, 1 more to go. Very easy mission if you know where to go. Third, we'll go to Mexico City. And this time we're actually very late at night, 9:30, so we decide to go for the tomorrow's flight, and we're gonna sleep in the airport. Alright, board flight, and we will go to New Mexico. Sorry, Mexico City in Mexico. Okay, it's 2037, but the flights are still taking a long time. I think there's faster airplanes by then, hopefully. You know, the flight from Korea to US is like 12 hours, and uh, I think like the
Amira.
5 6 hours is good. 12 hours,
Wait, I see.
very tiring. It's difficult flight. Anyway, as I mentioned, we returned 3 artifacts to the museums, and the case is closed after calling Tiger Lily. And now we'll choose Tiger Lily as our permanent employer. So we're gonna continue to work for Tiger Lily, and at this point, the achievement unlocks for choosing to work with Tiger Lily full time. The Tigress. Alright, so we got 3 more missions to go with Tiger Lily. Go to Geylang and we'll go to her health center to start the next mission.
He's on.
Alright,
Nope.
so another client is coming, someone. So there we go, we talk to Lucas, and this begins Temple of the Self. I believe we gotta go to the temple and get a locked box or something. I think that's the mission, if I remember correctly. Played this game 2 days ago and I already can't remember the stuff I did, so blame it on my age, I guess. Alright, we'll go to the temple here. The temple wasn't open, so we waited a little bit, and then we'll go now. Actually, maybe it was open, but the mission was like you gotta go in the afternoon or something. So I waited until like 1:30, 1:40. Alright, enter the temple and we'll go to the right towards Caleb's office. But actually, someone comes out. So yeah, I think it was like you gotta go in there during the afternoon after he gets off work or something. And then you sneak in and do some stuff.
As you
Excuse me. I seem to be coming down with something, or it's because I was talking already for so long. It's the video running time showing 1 hour and 40 minutes right now, so I'm talking at least an hour. This is not a usual practice for me, so yeah. While there's nothing going on other than meshing A, there's not really too much to talk about, so just talk about myself a little bit and like to get to know you guys, all the like our viewers, and really want to grow the hidden levels more. I mean, we've been doing this for a few years now. I think there are a lot of people who recognize the Sangria's name because I now have a 3 million gamer score and all that good stuff. So as I mentioned, we gotta take that red lockbox, so go for it. And I think we can get out of here now. Go back to our office in Chinatown, so try to unlock it. Normally you have to do some stuff to figure out what's the code to that lockbox, but of course I already know the code and I'm gonna give it to you, so we don't have to do any of that bullshit. Okay, we're gonna call Lucas and tell him we got it. Okay, done. We're gonna put it down on our desk. There you go. I don't know where she took that out from. Doesn't even have a backpack or anything. Enter the combination. 2212 and it's open. All right, again we got a data shard. We had the data shard before too, in the other mission. That's why I was a little bit confused about it. Anyway, we got the data shard and we're going to destroy this. That is the beginning of the next mission. So the case is closed now. The next case begins with destroying of the data shard, and we will continue on from there. Okay. Go there and click on it to destroy. Or was it? Yeah, I think it is destroying the shard. I'm pretty sure. Angel share case begins. Okay, we're transferring some kind of data. All right. Skip machine A. All right, we gotta read the latest entry, so it's the one all the way at the bottom. I was confused. Is it the recent? Is it at the top or at the bottom? So I was like, which one is it? And looking at the dates, but it's the one at the bottom. Anyway, after you read that, we find something about Angel Share Initiative. So we're going to go to Geylang and to Tiger Release and to find out more information about this initiative. Okay, so let's go. I forgot to mash A. Right, so yeah, just keep pushing the button to continue the dialogue. You can read it if you want. You can skip through like I'm doing on this video. However you wanna play it. All right. Okay, now we're gonna go to Cairo. It's amazing that all flights cost $550. Anywhere you go. I like that actually. If I go to, right now, for example, if I go to US, it's gonna be like $1,000. If I go to like Japan, it's gonna be like $300 right now. But in this world, everything is $550. Sometimes maybe feel like a ripoff if you're going to like Kuala Lumpur and it's $550. From Singapore, that's like a 1-hour flight. So, but you're going to Boston, it's still $550. That's like a 12-hour flight there. Alright, we are in Cairo now and we're doing this. Okay. I'm pretty sure this part was just automatic. Just go there and you keep going. I'm trying to talk about what's happening on the video as much as possible, so someone just listening and not really paying too much attention to the video can still follow along. But sometimes I miss some stuff because the video is going too fast or whatever. All right, what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick up all the pieces on the left side. I was confused what to do, so I'm doing some stuff here. But what basically needs to happen, there's 9 box things on the left side that you can see over there. So we're gonna pick all of them up. You have to first examine one of them, and then it allows you to pick stuff up. So pick them all up. And then I think this part can be done trial and error without any guides or like any looking up information, because when you put in the right block, it lights up. It's kind of easy, but I'll give you the solution so you don't even have to do that. Okay, put one in. We're gonna put the dog with the pointy ears here, this one. Yeah, put this one in and you can see it lit up. So that must be the right block. We're gonna move to the next one. Yeah, like I said, it's very difficult sometimes to get the right one. Okay, again, it shows like the judge of the hearts of men. There's like a hint that says which one is the right one. But here is the feather. It's this one. Okay, put that in. It lights up. We're gonna do for the next one is the bird with the blue feather thing. Which is green feathers. Yeah, this one. And finally, the last one is the wheat, the very first block that shows up. Second, sorry. One to the right. Okay, there you go. So that's it. Opens it up. You pick it up, and that's, I think pretty much done with this case, I believe. Oh, I need water. Yeah, I'm gonna finish recording Tiger Lily and take a little bit of break. We got 2 more cases to go for, or was it 1 more case? Tiger Lily one seems to go pretty quick here. So, okay, next, to start the next case, we're gonna go to Geylang again and to visit Tiger Lily. Okay, there you go. And that begins Mysterious Ways. Alright. So, mysteriously, Tiger Lily is not here. Actually, she's in the back room, or the bath, the treatment room. So, here we get to see Tiger Lily's butt.
Sorry I came. Thanks.
Alright, she's taking a bath in the treatment room, and she's gonna come out of that area. And there you go. Little bit pixel nudity right there. Alright, she put on the robe, and let's begin. Let's begin this case. Okay, so what did I find in Cairo?
I'll let it.
Blah 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 blah.
Lucas, I
Alright, so we're gonna keep going, just keep pressing A. Sammy D'Souza. Okay, we cut to the next scene here. We're back to in the main room of the health center, and she's like, lead the way. I'll take the map and go to, where are we going? The boogies, okay. I think we're going to the White Mare. I mean, is that the table on the left is like reserved for Dharma or something? It's always like empty, and she always goes there and just sits down there, so I don't know. This is like her second office maybe? So we talk with Sammy. We're mashing A. Okay, we fade out to the scene. We have to find some information, so we gotta trick this doctor to find the information. While Tiger Lily is like getting examined there, we're gonna hack the computer and get some stuff. Okay, here we go. On the computer is, you go down to YEO, And CWZ is the right one. There's a bunch of U's. CZW, not CWG. Yeah, that's the right one. And this one, like if you keep choosing stuff, then she'll say like, oh, I found it. So you'll eventually find it. But yeah, that's I give you the answers to every puzzle in the game, making it super, super easy. Alright, we can trust in Sangrias. You know, actually, I pronounce my name Sangrias, but I just, sometimes I say Sangrias because so many people say that. There's so many people pronounce my name that way for some reason. Probably because of the drink sangria. My name has nothing to do with that. So anyway, we'll be shortly going to the next destination. Most of this is automatic. We don't have to choose a destination. A lot of this game is like it's almost like a visual novel. Not really an adventure game where you have to figure stuff out and to go somewhere and stuff. But there we go. We're going to Tanjong Pagar. We'll go in there. And here, you have to figure out the poison used to kill Kayla, which we will figure out in one try because, of course, I know the answer. I know what poison was used. Normally, you have to test a bunch of poison out before you can actually figure it out and get the right answer. But we'll just go there and say, hey, it's this one. We're not even gonna check anything. We're just gonna go to the row and say, here's the right answer. Come on. It's thallium. So go down THALLIUM. Choose that. And we're done. So there we go. It's the right one, of course, because it's the right one. And I believe that's the end of this case, or there's a little bit more to do, but we're pretty much done with this part of the game. Okay, so just keep skipping the dialogues. Skipping, and case closed as I promised. And that is the end of Tiger Lily's 4 cases. So after the achievement unlocks, we're going to pause the game and we'll move on to the third person, which is Kieran. And after we're done with Kieran, instead of loading the save again, we're gonna just keep going, and we will continue to the end of the game. Let me just explain what's gonna happen from here. Is that first, let's call Kieran. Is that what we're going to do is we're going to keep going until the end of the game. And at the final mission, I'm gonna make a manual save. But since there is an autosave after every mission, at the beginning of every mission, there's really no need for it. But we're gonna have to play that mission 3 times, making different choices to finish this off. So let's go to the civic district and then to Kieran's office to talk about what his job is. Okay, he's gonna give us a job. Let's talk about it. I don't know why it's taking so long for me to mash A here, but I was probably like checking out the guide or something, some information on the internet. Yeah, when I say guide, there's some like information on true achievements. There's some information on Steam. There's some information on a site called Nice Game Hints. I used all of that information. I didn't find everything myself, so I'm gonna give a credit to all of those sites. But ultimately, I put this walkthrough after using all the information and playing through that. So back to location and go to the wine house. It's like next door. And then walk to the right, all the way right to where the bartender server is, and we'll ask about some stuff. We're looking for like a client of someone who orders some like a drink from wine from here. Okay, so we order some drink. So because this is private information, we are not supposed to be able to access something like this. So let's hack. But anyway, yeah. So I got the many information from many sites, and so I put it all together. For some odd reason, there is no like one walkthrough that works for this game yet. I couldn't find one anyways. So I decided maybe I can put together one before this leaves Game Pass, so you guys can finish it like I did. All right. There is one video but that's like 12 hours long, and it does get you all the achievement from what I can tell, but this is not a 12-hour game. Okay, this is as my video length shows, I only edited out the last portion. It's more like a 3-hour game if you're skipping all the dialogues. I mean, if you're skipping even faster than I am, it's a faster game. I would say this is maybe a 2-hour, 45-minute game. Yeah, and even if you're making some mistakes and you gotta replay missions or whatever, or you're reading all the dialogues, I still think this is more like a 5-hour, 6-hour game and not a 12-hour game. All right, anyway, we're gonna go to where the Temasek University was. I forgot the name. We're gonna go to this area, Terror. I don't know how to pronounce it. I studied French and I don't know how to pronounce it. Terror, maybe. Terror. So we're looking for the same Mori bottle, which is the one at the bottom, like there, right there. Kind of hard to find the hot spot. Mori St. Denis. So we're gonna buy that, and then we'll get a call from Kieran here. After the call, we're gonna go to where Gilbert Ma is, and we will have a meal with the wine, and he's gonna get drunk and pass out. But he's gonna tell us some stuff that's very important to move this case along. Wait a little bit until the meeting time, and then we'll move to Chinatown. Yeah, Chinatown. Go to the Madame Chan's place, and there he is. So sit down with him and bring out the wine, and actually it's this bald guy, I think. I don't know what I'm doing there. Okay, there you go. That's Gilbert Ma. We'll put the wine down, and he's like, "Oh yeah, baby." All right, so now we will drink to that, where he will pass out. Yeah, something opened up on my screen. I don't know what it is all of a sudden, but continue. And nothing happened. It's just you press A, you keep pressing A to move the dialogue along, and you learn stuff. The case name thing, that's mission log is flashing because we just learned some new stuff. It continues to flash, and 1 hour later, he's gonna pass out pretty soon. Okay. What kind of a guy that likes wine passes out after just one bottle? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how strong that wine is, but I never found the wine to have that much alcohol, so I don't know. That guy's weak.
Amira.
I got
Bad trap.
Alright, so go back to Kira's office in the civic district, tell him like what you found out,
Listen, I'll watch.
and I think that's the end of this first case. Okay, again, same as Rupert and Tiger Lily, calling him again and choosing to work full-time for Kieran is going to get you an achievement for choosing to work full-time with Kieran. There you go. Achievement should be unlocking anytime now. There you go. The Reformer. Please note that you can actually do these three in any order, but if you choose Rupert, it turns out you cannot get the best ending for some reason. So that's why I decided. So I could probably have gone with the Tiger Lily, but the Jamie Reloaded, who told me the information, he got the best ending with Kieran, so I wanted to play it safe. So that's why I decided to do them in the order of Rupert, Tiger Lily, and Kieran. If you feel like doing it in a different order, that's totally up to you. But if you go with the different characters, the remaining missions will be same, but you may have different characters. Like your assistant might not be the assistant that I have. You might have a different person and stuff like that. So just be aware of that. If you're not following this guy to the letter, your playthrough may be different from this, because that decision of who you choose to work for makes difference in the later chapters. Okay, just a fair warning. We're going to Tanjong Pagar, Wu Wang Tower. And we're gonna wait until at some point that the Wu Wang Tower is open. Okay, it's 9 a.m. but very dark. I don't know. Very strange weather that we have. Okay, we're gonna go right, and then we'll try to take the elevator because our meeting is at 9:30. Sorry, 10 a.m. I think is the meeting time. Somewhere around there. Could be 9:30, whatever. But somewhere around like 9:30ish. Try to take the elevator up here. And you're gonna meet this person. Her name, I think, is Letitia.
No.
Yeah, Letitia maybe is. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyway, probably if I was listening to the voice, I could hear the pronunciation. But I had the volume down when I was playing this game, so I didn't really hear much of the voiceover. Okay, take the elevator up, and we got a meeting with this person. So go left. I think this is happening all automatically here. Talk to this person. And I think she just leaves the office like without telling us to leave. It's weird. Like I wouldn't leave my office and leave a guest just sitting there. Yeah, I don't know. There's like high-tech stuff, and there's like computers and everything. You might steal information and do shit, so I don't know. Is that something that you want to do? Anyway, we're gonna hack the computer. That's like you gotta walk around and see what the password is and stuff like that. So password is a man's best friend, which is a dog. So we know, but which breed? A beagle. Okay, Beagle. Yeah. It's like there's hints everywhere in this room, from what I can tell, to figure this out. But the answer is beagle. Okay. After you hack your computer and you seen everything, He comes back, and we're like, oh, I didn't see anything. And we're going down. The elevator took 3 hours. Not really. Other things happened.
Right, but still,
Elevator probably took like
I did the scent.
30
What else
seconds.
could it be?
But we're back at the Kira's office here. We're talking, and Letitia's here.
Oh, for
Justin's here too.
you, ignore such a what? When you that, but is that from Cliff? They were built. It's an. I'm willing to
Whatever.
the
It's not.
and that's
Huh?
now.
A lot of talking to set up the story.
No, those maybe perhaps true.
I think we.
I'd
And that's the end of the second mission for Kieran. Foot through the door. Another week later. Okay, she does sleep, but at the office, huh?
Always up, always ready.
Okay. A very hard worker, like workaholic, sleeping at the office and all that. Okay, let's call Letitia.
Hello.
I was mashing A, and the computer thing popped up. Yeah, so okay, banking on bribes. Doo-doo.
I can't think of any.
All right. 2 hours later, Letitia's here, and we're talking about something. Eventually, we'll be hiring Letitia as our assistant, and that's when we first met her. Like when it matters, what choices we make. Okay, read all these 4 letters here, emails. Back up. And then use the horror system to go to where are we going? Victoria. We're going to Victoria. Yeah, same deal. We choose the nearest flight that we can get on. Go to Changi Airport. Remember, it takes about 10 minutes to get to Changi Airport, so don't book like a flight that leaves in 15 minutes. You're not gonna be able to make it there. Okay, board the flight, and we are on the way to Victoria. Here we go. And at Victoria, it's in Seychelles. I forgot which country it was in. And we're gonna go to the Bickerstaff Bank. And I was like looking at many of the stuff, and it eventually it moved along when I looked at the plaque thing that I'm at right there. But this may be triggered by that, or it can be time-wise, like Letitia is talking to that person. So yeah, if it doesn't trigger, try like waiting for a little bit. Okay, so talking to the receptionist or whoever that is brings out this guy, the manager guy. So we talk. Letitia has some connections. I don't know like how, but she does. And then we'll leave the bank for now, or like we go to the lab to talk with Letitia a little bit. And then I forgot what I did. Let's watch the video. Okay. We're back in this room, and we'll go check out our suitcase. Okay, after this conversation is over, walk to the left all the way, and click on the suitcase. Sometimes I wander around because I didn't have guidance where to go as far as left, right, and what to click on. All I had was like answers to the passcodes and stuff like that, to the puzzles. That's all the info I could find. So like if I'm messing around or doing something weird, or there's edit in video cut, it's because I messed around too much and I didn't want to bore you with that. Anyway, left suitcase. About 6 cocktails and 15 hours later, it's lunchtime, so we're gonna sneak into the manager's area during lunchtime and then do something. Okay, hacking. Let's hack. Hacking is so easy. Yeah, I wish hacking was this easy. I could hack into anything and do shit. But in reality, it's not like this. So, yeah. Okay, back in Dickerstaff Bank, we got 5 minutes real time. It's supposed to be very short time if you're trying to figure this out, but in reality, we know the answer, so it's gonna take like 15 seconds. So 5 minutes is like an eternity. Achievement. All of this like hints and stuff, and actually Letitia is feeding you information. She's on the lunch with that guy. But we don't need that information. Let's just type it in. I know the answer. I know what the key code is. The key code, the password is like his birthday or something, his son's birthday. So Letitia is trying to get the information. That is 622029. 622029. Okay, there you go. And that's
Excellent
it.
work, Ami.
We're done.
We went.
I'm gonna relax a little bit. Letitia is in her bikini, but Dharma doesn't know how to relax, so she's still wearing the suit.
Tough. Which. Perhaps I. What?
You gotta learn to relax a little bit.
I'm. Oh, to a job. I didn't know you. Astrology does. For some healthy. When I.
And that's the end of this case.
See you.
Okay. Last case with Kieran. A few days later. I'm gonna call Kieran,
Amira?
It's.
Yes.
and it starts up the case up the corporate ladder.
What site?
Channels.
What's this? What? That's.
Let
So some news at Wuang. So we're gonna go to Wuang, I think, soon.
I spoke too soon. How is.
you
I doubt. What was it?
what
Believe.
your shit and just I hate
Wait.
Before we do, let's call Justin. Open up the map and go to, I believe, the Tanjong Pagar. Yep, Tanjong Pagar, and go to Wuang Towers, or maybe the SCP-F HQ detention cell. SPF, Singapore Police Force, I guess. So we talk a little bit, and then we go out to another place, back to our office. There's Justin. Justin Cole down there has like a black hair, but in the above pixelated version has like brown hair. Weird. Yep. And we're gonna fly to Paris. We're gonna fly to Paris. It's 3 a.m. So let's look for a flight that leaves in the morning. There's one at 9:10. So let's go to Changi Airport. We'll wait like 4 hours and then get on the flight. Because the minute time goes by pretty quickly, I didn't want to cut it too close, so usually try to set it for like 2 hours before the flight so that I can actually get on, have the time to board flight. But you can cut it as close as 1 hour, I think. Should not be a problem. Okay, we're in Paris. Eiffel Tower. Go to that area. And the cafe, and we see Letitia.
Amira, I heard she's. Wait. You all. There's a. Sounds cool.
All right. We just keep talking a little bit.
Have a nice life.
Have a nice life, Letitia. Go back to our office and let's go to us and to Limtech Labs. We'll go to the right. More. More to the right. All the way to the door. And then investigate the door. Okay, the door closes and we have to solve escape the room puzzle. Okay, some dialogue's gonna happen, and we gotta enter the name of the constellation that's being shown on the screen. So the thing at the right, for example, is the Orion. Thing at the left, at the top is, or the bottom, I don't remember which one is Libra and which one is Cassiopeia, but that's the answer. So it tells you there's like a hint what constellation that is. So it's pretty easy. So we'll do the one on the right side first, because that's only one there. Orion, Orion. Okay, submit, and then go to the left, and I think we're doing the top one first there. Stars in balance. Balance, Libra is a scale. So we'll do Libra. Submit that, and we'll go to the bottom. Mythical royalty. It's Cassiopeia. So Cassiopeia. Cassiopeia. And I win the spelling bee. Alright. Okay, I don't win the spelling bee, but I do escape this room. And that is the end of this case, if I remember correctly. And it should get you the achievement for finishing all the missions with Kieran.
Hats off to the both of you.
What a not latest she
I was wrong to doubt any luck.
she
And
difficult.
look what you and your thank you.
Keep me. Thank you. The least and I no. Thank you for let's just
Okay, and now we can finally hostile takeover. We can finally move on to our next mission. We've done the 4 missions with Rupert, reloaded. We've done the 4 mission with Tiger Lily, reloaded. We've done another 4 mission with Kieran. And now we're moving on to the next mission. This mission would have been the same again from just like the first 3 missions. These next few missions are fixed. But once again, as I told you before, we'll be hiring Letitia because as our assistant very soon. But if you choose Rupert path or if you choose Tiger Lily's path, we're gonna hire someone else. And I don't know who that person is. So before we move on, let's pay our bills. If we don't pay our bill, we get kicked out of the office, and that's a game over, from what I've been told. So we want to pay the bills. Go to Tanjong Pagar to Uwang Tower. This part is automatic. I believe we will go up to the office somewhere. Actually, not automatic, sorry. We'll go to the right, use the elevator. Pressing the button on any of the elevator opens the middle one. We'll get on and we'll go upstairs. Once you're upstairs, go left. We're looking for Claudius Dye, but he is not here. So we'll go to the left. This part was a little bit confusing. So we have to look at the papers in the folder, and you can only look at it from the right side, but the hotspot is like, it looks like there's one. And keep looking at it over and over until Claudius comes in. The dialogue changes every time you're looking. You're looking at a different paper every time. Okay, different file. Just try to find a place that opens up a different file every time. After you look at 3 files, Claudius gonna walk in. And he's gonna be like, "Oh, you found out everything about me. I'm fucked." And he's about to like do something drastic, and he's like, "Get the hell out," right? So these crows just leave him there, and gets out, gets on the elevator. 5 seconds later, you hear a bang, and he's dead. So naturally, they're the last person to see him, and the police, of course, they're the prime suspect. Like if you watched any like detective stories, the first person to discover the murderer, the last person see, they're the prime suspect. So of course, they are being investigated for being the murderer. So a lot of dialogue. Let's keep going.
doesn't he know? Woo.
It's been I've made out.
I think I need to take a break from the voiceover a little bit, but that ends the case on natural selection. I'm gonna you won't know there's a cut, but I'm gonna stop recording for a second here after this dialogue is over, and then I will get some drinks and rest a little bit and come back to finish off the rest of the game. We're about 2/3 of the way here. We got about maybe an hour of gameplay left before you get the 1000 gamer score. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. All right. We'll continue, and we need to hire Leticia. In order to do that, and this is the first time we're going to have to make the choice that is not the first choice. Estate agent call, and then office expansion, and instead of no, yes please. And this is the first time we have to make the second choice. And again, with this guy, we gotta make the second choice. So take it a little bit slow here. Like, yes, let's do it. And he's gonna bring out lease agreement and look at it. After that, I look at it one more time by mistake, but actually make the third choice, sign the lease, and you have expanded your office. At least you agreed to. It takes 2 days for this to take effect, so let's wait 48 hours. After that, we now have 2-room office space. We've rented out the space that is next to the room that we are in. So we have a place to put a desk for Leticia. And so after this expansion is done, Leticia will call us, and we have hired her and she's on board. And that is the end of this mission. This mission doesn't have a name. It's just the mission, but it is over, and you'll get an autosave here. Now that we have our assistant Leticia on board, let's continue moving forward. As you can see, we have some stuff in the computer. So at this point, I was a little bit worried that there may be other choices that may impact our decisions. So I'm taking a little bit slow, but I end up meshing through again and actually mess up a few times, which are all edited out. That's why my playthrough, it was like 5 hours but the actual really the completion time you only need is about 3 hours. If you don't make any mistake, it should be about the same. All right, we're gonna call Justin, and that moves the story along a little bit.
Howdy.
Justin's here, so hey, howdy.
Run out of booze.
And we mash A again. We just keep mashing.
What's that?
I saw
Remember
the but with the
no, the boys
wow. Since
only
she's
you want to I'll be there agree.
Robot.
No scrub.
We
Okay, like,
just
look, you thought of the mob. Bring the what?
Okay, it says the morgue at 7 p.m. Clover Pine. Okay, so we have a place to go. We have the time. So let's go. Tanjong Pagar. Open up the map. Tanjong Pagar. And it's 2 p.m. right now. We're gonna go to the morgue. And actually, they said like come before 7 p.m. So anytime is okay. We're going to talk to the doctor and pick up the red box thing over there. We don't know who's who that is, the person that died, if I remember correctly. That's the mission we have. We have to figure out who this person is. Okay. Yeah, a lot of dialogue to move the story along, so just talk to them. So talk to Justin first, and then talk to the doctor, talk to the coroner, take the red box, and then leave this area. I'm making the first choices because I gotta exhaust the dialogue. I gotta ask every question. Same thing with the coroner here. I'm gonna ask every question. Just press A, just keep pressing A. You know. Eventually we'll ask all the questions and back out of the dialogue. So we're done. And I check out other stuff. You don't have to. Yeah, you just need to. There's one more actually there. Just checking out the morgue area because it's so lovely here. And there's like probably corpses in there. There's this weird plastic stuff. And there's the like skeleton over there at the top, like x-rays. So that's it. We're gonna go out and say goodbye to the doctor and the coroner, and that moves the story along. Yeah, basically you gotta talk to the coroner, talk to the doctor, take the box and leave. You don't have to do anything else. So any of the stuff that I did in the video there. Okay, we're going to, where are we going? Chinatown? Yeah, going to Chinatown. We're gonna go back to our office. Okay, 1 hour later, talking to Letitia. This is the expanded area of the office. Your desk, Dharma's desk, is on the left side there where the boxes are, you can see. Okay, let's go. Again, let's call Letitia and then tell her it's a Sumerian dialect. We found something that we don't know what language it is in a tablet, so actually you have to investigate and find out, but we already know it's Sumerian because we're fluent in that language, right? I think. Maybe not. Anyway, we know it's Sumerian, so tell her that. We'll go to Boogie's, and it takes some time for her to like translate, knowing the language. But we're going to White Mare. We're gonna meet Letitia here, and she will give us the translated version. Okay, go to case log, the mission log, and to tab over to the evidence and then read this. Then moves the story along again. Open up the map and go to the Kalang area. Then enter this apartment. And the door code was on that note, and you can check it in the mission log evidence section, or you can see it in this video. So we'll go talk to this guy and be like, he's like, he's like complaining, he's like open up and nobody's answering, and she's like, I'll take care of it, I got this. At least that's what I think is said. Okay, press the button and then we'll open up the keyboard with the X button and then type in the key code, which is 2603. Submit, the door opens and we're gonna go in. This one, I'm also not sure if you have to do this because we're trying to figure out who this is, but for some reason, every time it should say the name of the owner of this place, there's a static, and I think it's needed to move the story along. So exhaust that dialogue. We're gonna look at this, and I don't think you have to actually do this one. You have to look at the monitor and then read the help me text document on the notepad. And the numbers, I think, two of them. Numbers and help me is what you need to read, and then after that you'll be able to open up this by entering the number in this sequence, which is 833832, and that opens it up. That's it. I believe that is the end of this case. Is it? Maybe not. Okay, we're going to open up the Horus and go to New Delhi. It's very late, so we're going to change the date here. and to flight list, and take the first flight out. Go to Changi Airport, wait until the flight time, and board the flight. Okay, we're on a plane. We got to New Delhi, and let's go to Khan Labs. Harry Khan. We're gonna meet Harry Khan soon. Okay, talk to Harry.
Third instance, can I have Dr. Epi?
Just press A until this conversation is done.
The old. I'm sorry.
Meg, huh?
Dead.
How?
Have look.
Yeah.
That was she when she had.
Doctor.
She was that job without remove ad as from I will when it is.
Okay. We're back to our office with the Justin, and we're talking about this case.
It was like he never existed.
And finally, Clover Pine case is closed. We got a couple more cases before the final case, and as I mentioned, I started to mention, and I don't think I finished that that part. The final case we're gonna be playing 3 times to get the worst ending, the average good ending, and the best ending. And actually, the final case you play, everything is same except for the very last part. For the tyrants, fear your might. Okay, let's begin this case. Go to Tanjong Pagar. To SPF HQ. Actually, they said like come right away, and so they we're gonna be like investigated, I think. And this part, I think you can't do anything. You just have to wait until they come. You have to wait a couple of minutes. I'm just walking around, waiting. It just so happens they came in when I was checking the bulletin board. So if nothing's happening, try checking the bulletin board because that might be the trigger. Just press A, and this dialogue is a very long one. So while this dialogue is going, let me talk about the the ending, the best ending. So it's gonna be same for the entire. So I'm not gonna show you the same thing 3 times. I'm gonna show it once. The only part I'm gonna show is the final 3 different paths to the ending. Only like the last 2 minutes is different. And so use that to finish the game, and that cuts off about 20 minutes of my video. So my video is 2 hours and 40 minutes, but it would have been about 3 hours long if I included the same footage 3 times. Yeah, that's just FYI. I will remind you when I'm there. Oh man, by the way, talking for like 2 hours and 30 minutes is not something I can do. I do enjoy doing voiceovers. I do like talking talking to you guys, and you guys are like listening to my voice and all that. I do enjoy it, but I think like 5 minutes is maybe my limit. 10 minutes maximum. But anyway, let's go to Boogies. And to the white mare. That's why I'm talking less and less. That's the only reason. There's really not too much to say. It's pretty basic at this point. You know what to do. By the way, if you want a text walkthrough of this game, please let me know. It is, I think, with the text walkthrough, this game may be even faster completion, to be honest. And the parts that I was mentioning, like where wasn't sure what is the trigger. If you know the trigger, please let me know. Go to the mission log, evidence, and listen to the warbled noises. Yeah, if you figure it out, like the parts I have question about, please let me know so I can make a better guide if I decide to do a text one. Okay, it's very important. I want to work together with the community, right? I did a lot of the work here with help from Jamie Reloaded, and a lot of the information gathered from guys in the community. So go back to your office, go right and talk to Letitia, and put her to work on figuring out this warbled noises thing. But yeah, that's what I want. I want to work together with the community. I don't want to be just giving you the information and you guys taking the information and that's it. It's not what I want. I want to build a community. I want to be, helping each other out. Right? So I got a lot of help from the other guide makers, content creators, and I want to give back. That's why I like to do these kind of guides as well. All right, so we're gonna listen to the cleaned up version that we received because it took 2 hours for her to work on that. Letitia, she sent it by email. And then what we have to do is, that is actually Morse code, and we have to translate it from Morse code to the coordinates. And we're gonna call Harry Khan. We're gonna let him know. Actually, if you translate it, the coordinate is different. I don't know if it's a bug, but what you have to enter is 352 north and 1 0 1 4 1 4 east 4 3 east. Okay, and actually I tried to look this up, the latitude and longitude, and this is an actual address in Kuala Lumpur. So what happened here is, I was looking at a guide and I was like, there's no more guide for these next missions. So I was like, oh man, I gotta figure this out all on my own. So I started to actually play for real, trying to figure this shit out. And I looked at the coordinates. Okay, all right, this is pretty cool. And I look up the coordinates. Turns out this is actually an address in Kuala Lumpur. So I go there, and then I realized there's actually there is a guide that has the answers. So it says like, hey, you gotta go to Kuala Lumpur. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's really cool. I figured this out on my own, right? So anyway, that's what happened here. Justin called Justin and he's gonna start up the broken chains. We also paid our bills and checking the inbox. And as I said, let's go to Horus and book a flight to Kuala Lumpur. Which is in Kuala Lumpur is in the capital of Malaysia, just like right next door to Singapore. Actually, you can, I believe that you can just take a car over a bridge to get to Malaysia. If I'm remembering correctly, it might not be. If you are a Singaporean or know about Singapore, let me know that too. I got a lot of questions as I was playing. Alright, it's still a pretty cool game. I enjoyed it. Board your flight to Kuala Lumpur. As you can see, it's like literally next door. And then we're going to go to DAS Factory, which is on the right side. Yep, there we go. We're gonna go there and walk to the right after calling Letitia. Okay. Go all the way right. Talk to this guard here who's doing a crossword puzzle. And if you give him the answer to the crossword puzzle, he lets you in. I don't think that's how guard duty is supposed to work, but in this game, okay. That's what happens. I guess pretty lady comes and gives you the answer to your crossword puzzle that you're stuck on, and you're like, alright, head on in. CHA, CAU, Chateau, MAR, MONT, Marmont. Chateau Marmont is the answer, and there you go. The guard is gonna go like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break. You can go in if you want. Like he said, he's like, yeah, I'm gonna look the other way. Alright, so we're gonna go into the DAS factory interior and then walk right to where we'll find this guy, Pierre Danton. I want to talk to him a little bit.
How did you get in? God. Wait, I am you.
Again, until the really close to the ending sequence, the choices don't matter. So feel free to just keep pressing A. Yeah, we're gonna continue to make the first choice until we get to the area where we have to pick front entrance or the roof. And again, I will tell you. Okay, he's like, meet me. Oh, yeah, another one of those text messages from an unknown person that we can't do anything. We can't skip this either, so we're gonna watch this. Yeah, this guy is gonna tell you to meet at the burger joint, which is right next door. At I think it was 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. or something like that. And you can be inside the burger joint, outside the burger joint. Just wait until 6, like the meeting time. Go in there and talk to him. If you're inside, he'll walk in and sit down. Papa Big Time Burger. Burger sounds good right about now. It's because I'm recording this at 8 p.m. and I didn't have dinner yet. It's 10:55 a.m. I think there may be a cut in the video. Like I don't show the actual waiting and the jump. There's a jump in time maybe. Okay, I do show some waiting, but I'm not sure if I show the actual real waiting, the full version. So it's 6 for, yeah, there you go. As I said, it just skipped to 7, and you see that guy's coming and sitting down, the DAS security guy. So talk to him, and you're gonna find some information. So the guard that was at the stage that was like blocking the entrance was like, I'm gonna look the other way, go on in for a crossword puzzle solution. And then this guy just comes and says, oh, here's some info. So the guards here are doing like great job, right? So we got some information. We're gonna call the DAS guard. And then we're gonna tell him the answer to the kill switch, because we just solved it already. Whatever WHATEVER space he HE space might do it is but a wind. But wind. I think is whatever he might do, it is but wind. WHATEVER space HE space MIGHT space DO space IT space IS space W-I-N-D. Don't know if I spelled it right. I'm gonna lose the spelling bee at this rate. But if you're looking at the video, you saw it. We're gonna enter one more time. Okay, go back into the DIS area and into the interior. Now the guard just isn't even here. Like, he's not even looking for an answer to the crossword. He's just not there. And then walk on in. This place is messy. Just keep going to the right and look at the monitor. And I believe that starts up that's a trigger to the next one. So we're gonna read every single entry here. I'm not sure if you have to read everything or like one of them is the trigger, but I read everything and that did the next part. Okay, someone's coming in. And this is the second time we're gonna be able to shoot someone. So as I mentioned previously, shoot in the wrist. Don't shoot the person, shoot the hand that is holding the gun. Okay, we're gonna shoot the guy in the pink, I think Pierre Danton was his name? Yeah, we're gonna shoot the hand of the person, right? So go there, shoot. You have plenty of time. It's not like you gotta do this super quick. I don't know if it like ever times out if you don't shoot for like 30 seconds and you get shot. I don't know if that happens, but I took my time and it was okay. Okay, yeah, but he eventually dies anyway because of these kill drones. We're gonna shoot the drones down. There are 3 of them. One is clearly visible right there. The other 2 is a little bit hard to see, but yeah, shoot that. The other is on the left right there, and then another one to the right and below that one. You can see a little bit hard to see, but yeah, just shoot all 3 of them down. After that, we're gonna enter the kill switch again to stop this, and the kill switch is whatever he might do. It is butt wind. So WHATEVER space HE space MIGHT space DO space IT space IS space WIND BUT space WIND. Okay, there's a pretty long line and I wasn't looking at any text, so all right, that's the only time you gotta enter this. So that's we're done. All right, we're getting close to the end of Broken Chains case, and that means we'll be at the final case soon, where we'll make another save just in case. We have the auto save, but we're gonna make another manual save just in case that we have a backup, and then we'll play this last mission 3 times, as I mentioned before previously. The last mission actually has several choices you have to make. That is not the first choice, and also there is a possibility of a soft lock. So you might want to pay close attention. I'm gonna try and give you early warnings before these things happen so that you can avoid them. I actually made a mistake and ended up playing the last case 6 times, which is twice as much as I would have needed if I was paying attention. Well, this next part gonna be automatic. You go to the white mirror and you talk a little bit more and the case is closed, and that brings us to the final case. And as I mentioned, there is an autosave, but we're gonna make a manual save just in case, so that in case the I don't know. Also, if you decided not to take the 30 flights and the 12 cities and you still need those achievements, beginning of this case is your final chance. So you want to do that, just fly. You may not remember all the cities that you've flown to already, but just to fly to all different places and eventually it'll unlock. Of course, you have enough money, so this is not a big deal either in terms of money. Okay, we're gonna make a save as I mentioned. There you go. Use the horse to fly everywhere on the Changi airport, and then until 30 flights and 12 cities unlock if you didn't do it. If you did or did not, just did it right now. If you did it before, that's fine. If you did it right now or rejoin here, I'm gonna call Letitia to start this next case, and we'll fly to New Delhi. We've been to that city a few times, so this will count for one more flight, but it won't count for a new city. For the Changi airport, wait until the flight and get on. Okay, once again, just to remind you, we'll be playing this mission 3 times. We're gonna get one of the endings. I recommend going for the worst ending, and then the good ending, and then the best ending for your best experience. But you can do them in any order that you want. The video shows this whole playthrough, and then the bad ending, good ending, best ending, right? So this one, you cannot win this. As soon as you make one mistake, the whole bar fills up and a person will come out and you can talk to her and you're gonna give her the answer as for man, and then the second letter answer whatever he might do, but is a win. If there was a kill switch thing, and then once you're inside, talk to her and exhaust the dialogue. After you finish talking to her, by the third time you probably memorize it. You don't even need my video, but keep going to the left and pick that up thing from the chair. Open up your evidence thing, mission log, and listen to it. And skip through everything. After that, open up Horus and we'll go to Boston. The airport board flight is just right outside, so go to location, wait a little bit as needed, and then board flight. Yay, we're going to Boston! And we have landed. Alright, Boston, but there's only board flight. What's going on here? Okay, wait a little bit and Mating calls you with the new location that we're gonna be able to go into. And this is the part where it is possible to soft lock, so be very careful. What you need to do is, we're gonna walk right and there will be a trap door that she will find under the stairs there. And pick the trap door, press A to go down. Don't press any button. If you press the button and it registers that you actually want to go upstairs, after you selected go down, the go down choice will be gone and you will not be able to go down anymore. But if you can't go down, you don't discover Prospero and you cannot continue the story. The only way to continue at that point is to reload the mission. Okay, so be careful. And exhaust the dialogue with the Prospero, the computer thing. It's like AI. And then we will go upstairs automatically to get back with the Letitia. Talk to her a little bit. Then open up the evidence, look at the document, talk to Letitia again and tell her what it is. Infinity SG. It's I Infinity Singapore. INFINITY space SG. It is not a typo. There is two I's. We're gonna go back to Singapore and we'll go to I Infinity. Okay, once we land at Changi Airport, open up the map. Okay, it's a long flight from Boston to Singapore. Open up the map and we'll go to Chinatown. We're gonna go to our office first. And we're gonna have some conversation with a bunch of people. And this is the final part. We're gonna confront Harry Khan. Bukit Timah. And this is where the I Infinity Labs is. Okay, this is the part you have to make a choice. We wanna go to the roof. Okay, they're gonna ask for $5,000, but we have $32,000, no problem. Okay, I don't know if you don't have the money, I don't know what happens, but we have enough, so we're gonna pay the money. You just smash A to pay the money, and then go all the way to the right and enter. From here, there will be a lot of choices that you have to make to get the proper ending, so be careful at this point. Okay, you can mash A for a little bit until Harry is outside and you're confronted. Not outside, but Harry is like in front of you and you're talking and she's gonna say a bunch of things. You're gonna say a bunch of things and then you'll start to make some choices. Okay. Also, Prospero will be joining in the conversation.
I was simply followed. No, lose.
Right. So, okay. How do I explain how much you can mesh? I would say maybe like 15 dialogue lines. Something like that. Basically, after Harry says a bunch of things, he's gonna talk for like 5-6 dialogues in a row, like here, and then Dharma's gonna talk. That's where you wanna stop mashing. Okay, he's continuing to talk. He's talking. There's like I was wrong. It's like more like 11 lines. And then shoot. This leads to the bad ending. Shoot Khan, and then we have one more choice, so be careful here. After you shoot Khan, Prosperos are going to come at you, but your friends come to your rescue. They shoot the Prosperos down, and you're saved. So you talk a little bit, and then you decide. We're gonna have to kill Prospero once and for all. So what we're going to do is you have a choice to unplug it. Which is, if you unplug something, you see naked gun, right? At the end, you can unplug, and that kills the computer machine. Or you can choose to like destroy it, like once and for all. And there is an achievement tied to destroy, which is a second choice. You gotta be careful, make this choice. I kept making a choice to unplug and I missed this achievement. That's why I need to play another time from beginning to here. There is no mid-save in this game. So yeah, I had to play through the entire mission again. Okay, if you got here, when the credits are rolling, you're gonna get the achievement for the the ending itself. And then, since this is your first ending, if you're following this walkthrough, we're gonna get the not bad gumshoe, which is finishing a game without Mei-Ting's help. You know, I told you you should not visit Mei-Ting in the library or call Mei-Ting in the whole game. If you did call, you're gonna need to play through from the beginning to here again. Okay, we're back here. We played another playthrough of the mission. Either we loaded the autosave or we loaded the manual save. In either case, same thing. We got through to the roof. We got down here. And then we're talking to Dr. Khan. We're gonna skip through the dialogues. We're gonna skip. And then we're gonna make a little bit different choices this time. And we're also gonna be making the unplug destroy choice. If you forgot to pick the destroy, you can pick that, or you can pick the other one. Khan's goal we'll pick first, and then a little bit more dialogue. We're gonna choose selfish, and then finally good intentions. And that is all the choices you have to make except for the destroy or the unplug. If you already have the destroy achievement, you can just mash A because you can just unplug. If you don't have the destroy A, be careful. Just take it slow here and then choose the destroy for the achievement. Okay, again, your friends come to save you at the last minute. Talk to them a little bit and they'll be like, oh, you gotta do something about Prospero. The best ending has you convincing Khan to turn off Prospero himself, so you don't actually get to make the choice of unplug or destroy. So you have to get the destroy achievement in the bad ending or this good ending. Okay, once that's done, this is your second ending if you're following this walkthrough, and you should get the achievement for getting the good ending. After this, all of this, the cutscene is over. Why am I pausing on this for so long? Anyway, we're gonna keep going, and you got the achievement, the veteran detective. At this point, you should have just one achievement, which is for the best ending. Again, we play through the final mission one more time, whether loading your autosave or your manual save, whatever. And you chose the roof, you're over it, and you got here. Again, skip through the dialogue until you have to make the choice, the shoot Khan's goals, that one, and then we'll make a little bit different choices to finish the game with the best ending, which is to convince Khan to, oh sorry, you should have had two achievements left, not this. One is for convincing Khan to turn off the Prospero. So basically you have to do this for the best ending anyway. Okay, betrayal. And then I think we choose family. Pretty sure. Let's see.
So what now? Kill me, my team, their families.
Yeah. Family, and then good intentions. That will convince Harry to turn off Prospero himself and turn himself in. And that's the end of the game.
Of course you wanted to help, but something went wrong.
And that is the best ending. So you get your last two achievements here, and that's your 1000 gamer score in about 3 hours.
No.
Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the commentary. It was a blast to talk through, even though my throat hurts like a motherfucker right now. It was a blast to talk through the entire video. I hope it was helpful to have a commentary. Once again, if you like a text guide, let me know. And also, like the parts that I was confused about, if you figure that out, please also let me know. If you can answer some of my questions that was raised in this video, let me know as well. And finally, I urge you to promote this content as much as possible. I want more people playing this game, or more people finding my content, and I want to just help a lot of people. So thanks for watching. I'm Sangrius, and I'll see you in the next video.